Fellow Toastmasters and guests, when I started to write this speech, a thought struck me. If I was giving this speech 5 years ago, I would be a completely different person, and this would be a completely different speech. And if I was giving this speech 10 years ago, I would be a completely different person, and this would be a completely different speech. It is really hard to get a sense of who a person is if you take a snapshot of them at a particular point in their lives. So instead, I'm going to tell you about two of the most long-term formative experiences of my life that have shaped me and that have shaped my understanding of me. The first experience I want to share with you is my stammer. Since I was 5 years old, I've had a severe stammer. Not only did I have trouble speaking, I also really feared speaking. In school, for example, if a teacher would look to students to pick a student to answer a question, I would make myself as inconspicuous as I could so that I would not be called on. I would always know the answer. I would just not want to say it. I also feared talking to my family and friends. Because the system in Pakistan is not that good, I did not get the care that I needed. It was only in my 20s that I understood that I had to take charge of my life, or I would live the rest of my life in fear. And then I started to confront my fear. My strategy was to talk as much as I could. So I would pretend to be a customer, and I would go into shops and I would talk. Or I would introduce myself to just random people. And my strategy actually worked. My stammer was still there, but my fear of stammering had gone down. And in this process, I also realized something else. If I could face a fear that I've had since a kid, I could handle anything that my life could put in my way. So I transformed my stammer from a disability into a learning experience. The second experience I want to talk about is my time studying in the United States. I'm not from a rich family, and before I went to the US, no one in my extended family had ever stepped out of Pakistan. But I was a good student, and I thought I would apply and see. And I got a scholarship to study in the United States. And when I gathered the courage to go, that was the single most transformative experience of my life. Because being in an alien environment, it forces you to reevaluate who you are. Just like you evaluate an environment to see how you fit in, you also have to reevaluate yourself and see which parts of yours you want to keep and which parts of yours you want to shed. Now I've come back to Pakistan after 10 years, and I'm having to restart that process because I have changed and Pakistan has also changed. So far, I have told you that the two experiences of my life have been trying to get over my fear of speaking and learning about myself by putting myself into new circumstances. And that's why I am a Toastmasters, because this environment will help me get over my fear of speaking. And it's a new experience where I will learn about myself by presenting myself in the best way. So I hope to share this, a part of my journey, with you.